Well, hello everyone, and welcome to what I'm prepping today. Today is more planting at the homestead, although I'm planting something entirely different than what I had originally planned on working on today. But when you find a deal, you really have to be adjustable. So yes, I went to Lowe's with my husband because he needed some joist hangers, and so of course he drops me off at the garden center. And it's a good thing we took the truck. He wanted to take the Jeep, but we took the truck, and then I filled it up. Isn't that terrible? The cardboard was already in here, and this rack I have to definitely return right here, because when I ordered this rack from Walmart, it came in and it's all messed up. So anyway, I'm waiting for a FedEx to pick that up. But I ended up getting these PowWow Wild Berry coneflowers marked down to $2. And then there's some asters back there, which you can definitely grow wild, but these were cute. $2, and it beats growing them from seed. So that's what I'm working on today, and I'll show you where I'm putting these in a minute. Okay, so right here is where they used the trimmer to trim the grass around this tree. It's a walnut tree. So this one and that one up there are going to get some of these coneflowers. Maybe just this one today. I'm not real sure. They came in, used that weed trimmer and then just scalped the dirt and made this mess. But they couldn't really cut here because this John Deere tractor is really a POS. It's a D170, and if you have one and you try to use it on something like this, or basically anything, your transmission's probably going and all that. This is one of these things that John Deere made for sale at Lowe's, and the first time we took it in under warranty, the John Deere dealer said, I don't work on those. And we're like, well, you're a John Deere dealer and it's under warranty. And he said, I don't care. Those are garbage, and they are made for, and he's the one who told us how they're made. That Home Depot and Lowe's want to sell John Deere's, so John Deere placates them, and of course does it for the business, but Home Depot and Lowe's want to, or is it not Home Depot, just Lowe's? Not sure. They want to be able to price them more affordably than a John Deere dealer, so people can go get them, and they use cheap parts. My husband has replaced all of those pulleys on the bottom. He's had the transmission redone, and he has chains on the tires, but still it can't do this heel even sideways. It's just, and then to go up here, up this hill, it just slips all over the place. So I have to only have it parked there, and then they'll bring these things up and place them here. So the dirt is really nice and soft under this walnut tree, and a lot of things don't grow under walnuts, but coneflowers are definitely one of them. That's Echinacea, for those of you who know it as its herbal name. So does elderberry. So that's what we're doing here. I told my husband he doesn't like me cutting the grass, and it's a pretty hard thing for me to do anyway, so I don't like him on this hillside either. We had a neighbor get a broken back when his mower rolled on him, and it doesn't matter how many times you do it, all it takes is one time. So anyway, I digress as usual. This tree up here is coming out, but I told my husband I will make the majority of this so he doesn't have to cut it, and so that's why I'm having these coneflowers put in here, and then cardboard around them, and then mulch. And I didn't really need to go down this far with the trimmer, but I chose to have them do it that way because I'm not sure I'm going to get this mulched today or even this season. So I want most of it just killed so that it can't come back. It'll be covered with cardboards, and yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, maybe. I'm not real sure if you wanted a halfway view or not, so this is my halfway view. I've only gotten 4 in the ground, and since the hillside is a hillside, I wanted to put more good dirt in here, so I'm using that recycled mulch. Someone had mulch that broke down, and then we got that. So thanks to our farmer neighbor, remember? And so I'm gonna, while they went to get more of this for me, I just thought I'd show you. I have 4 in the ground, 2 layers of cardboard in between those. I'm going to bring this out probably 2, maybe a 1.5 feet more. I don't know. 2 feet would require a heck of a lot of mulch and dirt there. And then in each hole we put some azomite and some espoma plant food. So that's where we're at. I'll show you when it's done, if it's done today. Okay, and it's almost done. You can see I built this up so high. So we were concerned that the rain would wash it down. Oh, my son is actually going to put some blocks along the front here to try to keep it from washing down. And that should be a healthy enough angle to keep it in place. But the next step is they're bringing more mulch to me right now so that we can put it in by handfuls. It's really kind of annoying doing it like this because you got to put the cardboard in between the flowers, and then you have to put the mulch in between the flowers. But it's how it was done. Now, if I had planned for this last year, which I knew it was coming up, I just didn't have time, I would have laid the carpet down to kill the grass. The cardboard down to kill the grass, and mulch on top of that, and then had been able to just come here and dig straight through the mulch, move the mulch aside maybe, and the cardboard would have been able to just, you go right through it with a shovel at that point, and then, plant it in those holes. But that's just not the way this one worked because, I didn't expect to get these plants on clearance. I only put 13 in here. I have a total of 24 of these, so I'm not sure where I'm going to put the rest. I may just pot them up and save them to plant them somewhere next year, because this took quite a long time to do this with all the help, even though I had help. Takes a long time, and I had to keep pulling the roofers away from the job, which I'm sure my husband wasn't happy about, but I'll show it to you one more time when it's all done. Alrighty, it's all done, and it took a while. I see right there I could have put in another one, squeezed in another, however there was a root there, and I hit enough of the roots on this poor tree that I just squeezed around it. The powder you see on these plants is the azomite that I put on there to feed them. And yeah, there are definitely more on this side than this side. And again, that's because the roots were here and the dirt was a little bit harder. Echinacea, one thing that's really nice about it is it self-seeds. It's a perennial, definitely comes back every year on its own, but it also drops its seeds if the birds don't get them. So on this side, where you saw how steep it was, I put a piece of cardboard, and definitely, because the cardboard wasn't wet, the chips and leaves, most of this is just leaves, was sliding down. Everything's dry. So I put these sticks that were in the wood chips all along the bottom there, and that definitely helped keep it up. Now, Now, if there is a rain, I'm pretty sure it's all going to come down, but we are going to go ahead and put some blocks along the end of this, just until everything roots in. And once the echinacea roots in there, that should actually be enough to keep it in place. And we have a lot of grading to do on this lot here. We want to do some, put in steps. If you are familiar with step gardening for hillsides, that's what we want to do. So right there, we had free cardboard, free dirt, free wood chips. The only thing this cost me was the cost of the flowers and of course the time, and so that was $2 each for 13 plants, because I think we got 24 of those and put in 13 here. So, and it just gives a nice pop of color. These are Echinacea, and they are the PowWow Echinacea, PowWow something. Not sure the entire name. Maybe I can remember to put it here for you if you're interested in that. And I'm anxious to see if they do spread by seeds, because they are a manufactured variety. I still have a lot, and most of what I have for the Echinacea is the Echinacea Purpurea. That is the unadulterated brand. That's what all these other special varieties come from. And then I do want to get some Echinacea angustiflora, because both of those have different benefits for teas and tinctures and medical things. And the flowers are pretty too. So here you go. That's it. That's what it looks like. A nice big pop of color. And hopefully it all lives. Thanks for watching, and be blessed, everyone. Let me know how your garden's coming along.